I got some answers and a ton of questions in regards to Sunday's finale. I'm going to go through each character, discuss my thoughts, give some new information, and touch on a few topics that I haven't yet in regards to this huge season finale coming Sunday. Let's get into the Brim Truth.
All right, here we go.
Let's talk about Hank. Who was catfishing Hank? Will we ever even find out? Was it Liz? Was it Navarro? Was it Peter? Or was it not important? All I know is he went through a lot of trouble to paint that room for that woman, and wait, what the hell is that? So I never noticed what appears to be this blood stain on his rug. Now I feel like something happened in this blue room. But with Hank gone, I don't even know if we'll ever find out what happened. Remember when you all reminded me that Kavik was the one who left the toothpaste for Navarro with the mini Christmas tree? That got me thinking. Remember the Christmas tree at the end of episode 4 that was never discussed? I think Kavik left that also. Now, I could be wrong, but doesn't it seem like something he would do since he provided the power to the Blue Hut? Let's talk about the Blue Hut. In each episode, the final visual has been a big clue to the mystery. So why did it seem like nothing really happened at the Blue Hut? Just some polite conversation? I think it's more to that hut than we were led to believe from Kavik. Also, I don't trust the guy that told Navarro about the Golden Eagle at all. He just stinks of anger and sneakiness. Is Kavik a part of the cult? Plus, everyone is overlooking the fact that he has a SpongeBob toothbrush as a grown man. Nobody finds that odd at all, huh? I've heard nobody question that whatsoever. Like, if your man had a SpongeBob toothbrush, you wouldn't think to question that at all? He's just being weird, he's just a goofball. Is that your explanation? Plus, when he told Navarro to have some of his homebrew,
take a gallon of my homebrew.
Yeah, I don't want to go blind yet.
so maybe it's something in the brew, maybe he's whipping up more than just good spirits. Kate is Peter's mom, and we're gonna find out Peter is possibly hiding trauma from the Annie K case or something else in that cave. If it's not murder, then what is it? Because it's something. So Peter lit up his dad, and now he has to clean up the mess. Now, the biggest thing about that scene is that Hank never puts his finger on the trigger, and they went out of their way to show that. Even during the podcast of episode 5, Issa made it a point to explain that Hank never put his finger on the trigger. Why? Peter jumped the gun. Something's going on there with Peter as far as either his mental health, he was scared, or he wanted to take out his father for some reason, but we don't know yet. The Carcosa spiral has not really been touched on much except shown throughout multiple scenes and except to lead us down this rabbit hole that the show may or may not intend to pay off. The spiral seemed to be the main focus of the show at first, so we all ran to these theories. Then last episode they tried to downplay its significance. But did they downplay it to throw off Navarro as well as us the audience? We have to find out next episode. We still don't know who shot Wheeler, but what we do know is that when Liz tells Peter what happened with Wheeler, you see Navarro on her right. When they flash back to what happened with Wheeler, when Liz is talking to Navarro's on her left. So I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know what they planned to make of that scene because it did not look the same every time. So what's really going on and what significance does that have with the rest of the season? The cleaning ladies have been in the back of my mind since we first met them in episode 1, especially the older one. She seems like a fast, smooth talker that's really trying to manipulate the cops. Now, if they decide to stick with the Carcosa cult reference, then the cleaning ladies are gonna have to have something to do with it, especially when the one says,
What is that, a cult sign? No, witchcraft.
Now, how does she know it was a devil sign? Liz never said anything about a devil sign, anything about it being a cult symbol. When people offer up information without being asked, they're the ones I watch the most. They know exactly what the spiral is, but we don't know how deep the cult runs in Ennis, if at all. Blair lost the tip of a couple fingers. We were shown that for a specific reason. We know that the prints found on the shoes kind of look like it would match her hand. We also know that Sedna had her fingers cut off. Not saying she's Sedna, but possibly is she involved with something that links to Sedna, some kind of cult? Something should happen with the fingerprints and explain why that came up. And y'all know my theory, I do not believe that Rose is a real person. If Rose is a real person, they've really gone through lengths to make her character seem like some kind of superhero. She disappears and reappears everywhere. She's found everything. She's like Batman. Bruh. Now in this same scene, Rose doesn't have the flashlight. Navarro has it, and Rose continues to walk off without it. I mean, she's awfully kind to give Navarro her flashlight so she can walk off into the dark abyss alone. And so far, her reveal that the ghost was Travis Cole meant absolutely nothing. It added zero value to the story up to this point. Now I'm kind of feeling like some of these things they threw in at the beginning were just to get people hooked and talking about the season. Hopefully the finale won't let us down. Navarro might be suffering from mental illness, which is why she is seeing Rose. We do know for a fact that she sees spirits, but what does that mean for the storyline? I don't think she's the killer. The fact that Heist was already in the caves, came out with burnt corneas and ruptured eardrums when Navarro was a child, says that she's not the killer because something was already taking place 28 years ago. Kavik, the cleaning ladies, Tagak, they're all asking about Navarro's mom. Why? I feel like Navarro's mom is going to come up and also be huge to the story since we don't have too much information on her except that she was suffering from mental illness and she was also murdered. Now maybe Kavik took out her mom. I don't know what happened there, but hopefully we get that answer in the finale. The biggest question with Danvers is what happened to Holden and Leah's dad? How does that affect her overall arc? What resolution will Liz get after all this? We know she secretly did care about the Annie K case before Navarro even asked her about it, so it's something there. We don't know what's driving her character. We don't know why she's been seeing the polar bear with the missing eye either. She pretends that she doesn't see spirits, so hopefully that'll be explained in the finale as well. Annie K is a huge mystery. We know that she dreamed of the cult symbol in high school and she got a tattoo of that symbol on her back. We know she was involved in a secret relationship with Raymond Clark. She was a midwife. She was in the caves and got murdered, stabbed 32 times with star-shaped wounds. Her tongue was cut out. We also know someone kicked her after she was murdered. We know her body was moved by Hank. We know her brother begged her not to protest the mines because that would pretty much bankrupt the town. Why did she keep her relationship with Clark a secret? What was she looking for in the caves? What were they doing in the Golden Eagle, and how did Andy's phone end up there if Hank moved the body? And if Hank moved the phone and put it in the Golden Eagle, then that means he knew about her and Raymond. So that means that their story is way deeper than we've been led on to believe. And all these connections got my brain just as cloudy as that water in Ennis. And the scientists are the other biggest mystery. We really do not know too much about them, only questions. How much did the scientists know about what was going on in the town, what was going on with the Silver Sky Mining Company, and why were they complicit in this? Why the hell did they let Raymond Clark run around naked all the time? Why did Lund write on the board, "We are all dead"? Or did he even write that message on the board? Maybe it was somebody else. What really happened to them out on the ice? Was the she that Clark referred to possibly a wolf that was let into Salal that chased them outside and then they froze to death? Someone from the cult may have done that. We don't know. Why did Lund have the cult symbol drawn on his forehead? That was very specific as well for them not to address any cult happenings at all in any of these episodes. It's weird. So they got a lot to tie up within this episode coming Sunday. A lot. And you know what? I'm not hopeful. I really feel like we're not going to get all these questions resolved. Wow. Some things are just going to be left as a mystery and they're just going to leave it at that. We're not going to get every answer we want. I just don't think they have enough time to do so. Like, they really should have spread it out between 2 episodes. That way they can address things. That's the problem with some of these mysteries. They lead you down all these different paths, all these different rabbit holes, and then you don't get satisfaction with the outcome. You don't get resolved to any of the questions, or maybe just a few of the questions, but not the biggest ones you have. And that's what I don't like. Hopefully we can get like the real meat and potatoes of what's going on. And I really appreciate you taking the time, hanging out through all the speculation, all the theories we've been coming up with, all the rabbit holes we've been down. We could be right about some, and we might be wrong about some, but we had fun doing it. We were all true detectives this season. So shout out to y'all. With that said, I do have much more content on the way. There's more series coming, reviews, news. So definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that like button so you don't miss out. Until next time, please be safe and remember, always speak your truth. All right? I'm out.